There have been suggestions around the voluntary use of face masks.
Yes, Colette, so certainly those frontline doctors saying that, look, just because masks aren't legally required, encouraging people when they go into crowded settings to certainly wear one. As we speak this lunchtime, there are 1,046 COVID patients in hospital. I'm joined now by Dr. Colin Henry, the Chief Clinical Officer with the HC. Dr. Henry, looking ahead to the bank holiday weekend, are you slightly concerned about the impact that that increased volume of mixing may have on the health service?
Yes, we're certainly worried. That number you say, 1046 testing positive in the hospital system, and while only half of those are actually sick with COVID, admitted with COVID, sick with COVID, or become sick with COVID in hospital, nevertheless that's having a big impact at a time when we're seeing record numbers of presentations, 2 weeks running, that record number of over 28,000 people presenting to emergency departments right across the country. Our hospitals, our emergency departments are very busy. There's still a lot of COVID positive patients in hospital, and that causes significant disruption to healthcare because of the need to isolate and the difficulties we have getting patients through the hospital system and discharging them back home.
And of course the INMO yesterday warning that chronic overcrowding is a recipe for disaster when you mix it in with that increase in COVID cases coming through. Masks are no longer mandatory at the moment, but what would you say to people as they head into the bank holiday weekend? Just because they're not mandatory doesn't mean that you shouldn't wear one. We're still advising people to wear them in public transport. We're advising people to wear masks in any setting where they feel uncomfortable. And of course, those people who are vulnerable, whether they're getting on in years or whether they have underlying conditions, we're saying to them, wear a mask if you're at all uncomfortable. More importantly, even than that again, Zara, is if people have symptoms. I'm asking anybody listening or watching tonight, anybody with symptoms, is stay at home until those symptoms have substantially resolved. That's a really big action we're asking everyone to do. OK, Dr. Colin Henry from the HC, thank you very much for joining us this lunchtime. So Colette, a very simple message, just because masks aren't mandatory doesn't mean that you shouldn't consider wearing them in crowded settings.
Zara, thank you very much.